Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 2864 of What You Have to Know, documenting the journey, sharing lessons learned, talking about what I'm working on, what's coming up that might be of interest to you. And for some of us, it should be of interest to us. Well, today we're talking about what do you want? What do I want? What do you want in the different areas and aspects of our life? We're kind of doing a 2025 review, and we're going to do a couple of the exercises that we did in January here in December to compare, so we can go back and we can look at our notes. If you've been with me the whole challenge, if you're just joining me, just do this exercise today, because this will be your initial starting point. But we like to be able to go back and say, okay, well, here's all the things I listed that I wanted at the beginning of the year. And then what we want to look for is, have I knocked off some of those things? Chances are, yes. Chances are you've knocked them off, or you've decided along the course of the year and the challenge that those things aren't important to you and aren't a priority anymore. And that's why we do it again now. We say, okay, well, what do I want right now? Because sometimes we've leveled up so many times during the year that the things that we wanted at the beginning of the year, we achieved by January, February, March, first quarter. And we want to make sure that we're re-establishing and always focusing on that long-term, hey, if there were no limits, if the sky was the limit, if there were no nothing to stop me, what is it that I would want? And I like to do it and break it down in each of the different areas and aspects of my life. So I have at least one big, huge thing that I'm going for physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, with respect to relationships, contribution, communication, and confidence. That's the framework that has served me for 5 decades. And so I'm going to stick with it. And it's probably only been 4 decades or so, or 4+ decades. Because I'm old, but I'm not that old. And I'm going to say it's over 4, but it's under 5. Okay, I digress. So today we're also talking about, I signed up for and am participating in a 6-month challenge, somebody else's 6-month challenge, to achieve a specific goal for a specific area of business and life. And I'm super excited about it. It started yesterday. It's going to be a ton of work. And this is coming from me, which usually things aren't a ton of work for me when somebody does it. This is not your usual little mamby-pamby challenge. It's a massive change, transformation type challenge. So doing that, I will be probably sharing things from that with you because I think it's that powerful. And some of the things that I already know we're going to cover, we already do here in Supersize Your Business. We do it in the annual challenge, and I'll continue to do the annual challenge. I would love some input on what you would like to see for next year's annual challenge. I'm thinking Supersize You, but that may or may not be what we keep calling it. We'll see. If that resonates with people, let me know. And I had somebody do an audit of my About page for my Skool platform day before yesterday, and it was awesome. It's exactly what I know. And it's exactly what I teach people, but I'm not doing myself. You ever find yourself doing that, giving people advice on something that you yourself aren't actually doing? You know what the right thing to do is. You could do it. You're just putting it off for some reason. And what I had to do was uncover the reason I've been putting it off and eliminate that limiting belief. And in my case, it was more than one limiting belief. And it was, limiting beliefs. We don't think they're limiting, because we don't usually see, because our subconscious doesn't let us see those things. So as part of that Skool community, part of what I'm doing for that challenge is growing and building and supersizing, because that's the name of it, my community on the Skool platform. So if anybody wants to join as a founding member, now's the time to jump in while it's free. Because the cool thing about Skool is whatever price you join a community at, that's your price for life until if you cancel or don't pay or leave in any of the paid communities. There's tons of free communities and paid communities. I jumped on the platform in August, learned for a few weeks. I launched I didn't launch it. I started my community like almost right away. First week, maybe the beginning of the second week that I joined the platform, which is kind of unusual. A lot of times people stay on there for a long time before they decide that they're going to actually create a community. But I did mine right away because that was the advice of the experts that I was seeing and following on Skool, and the people that were doing a great job of it. Well, since then, a whole lot of things have changed. The platform changes in a positive way a lot. They added tiers, they added ways to make money, which is super exciting, but as founding members, I'm keeping mine free because I want to get people growing together and building and deciding what should be in the community, right? Not just me deciding what should be in the community. Now, I'll admit it. Right now, mostly it's what have I put in the community, because there are very few people posting and participating and engaging. And that's on me as a leader, because I'm not spending enough time in my own community. There we go. Finding out that we are the biggest problem and bottleneck in a lot of our life situations. Interesting. All right. So I'm going to sign off. If I can help you in any way, hit me up and let me know. My voice is coming back. It always does. For some reason, every once in a while, every couple of years, I think I lose my voice, but I still figure it out. I only missed this video. This is the only one I skipped a couple of days ago, just because I literally couldn't get anything out above a whisper. All right. Have an amazing day. If I can help you, I may ask. Otherwise, I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye. I tend to get a slow connection technically right at the end of my videos. Bye again.